Okay, Anthony Albanese and Peter Dutton have descended on the Melbourne seat of Dunkley. The leaders making their final pitches to voters ahead of tomorrow's by-election. Labor could see a swing against them, but it seems both leaders are managing expectations as they do about the by-election result. In today's Australian newspaper, Dennis Shanahan says the seat is on a knife's edge. Let's bring in National Senator Bridget McKenzie, who joins us now from the seat of Dunkley. Thank you so much, Bridget. Have you got a bit of wind in your sails, do you?
Well, it's gusty down here on the Frankston for sure, but
you know what I mean.
Spirits are up. I've been on the booth, but that's why I've got the hair tie. But on the booth today with Nathan, super positive man who's been delivering for this, community in his time as mayor and wants the opportunity to do it from Canberra. But you're right, 6.3%, it's a very large margin, and we've never seen a swing away from a first-term government of that magnitude in our country's history. So it is going to be tough, but he's got the goods. Every time he engages with the local community, I see that his past history of delivering from them is getting him a lot of nods on the street, even from Labor voters. So I think it's going to be closer than we anticipated, but will it be enough to get over the line? I'm not sure. Give me an idea of what people are telling you on the ground, not just those looking to vote for your side, but the other as well. Yeah. Well, this is a quintessential suburban, low middle income seat. You've got Mount Eliza down the road, which is obviously more affluent, but the majority of Frankston are working families, both parents working, SUVs, utes, four-wheel drives fill the car parks, and people are working hard. And those interest rate hikes have really impacted this community, and they're struggling with the cost of living crisis that under Labor has gone through the roof, whether it's, energy prices, food, inflation and the like. It's really hit this community very, very difficultly. So I think also the Prime Minister's decision not to proceed with his previous election promises to upgrade the Frankston-Baxter rail line to actually get people from Baxter into the heart of Frankston to Monash University's campus here has really been telling. That this community's voted for that project twice, and then it's one of the projects cut under that review he did into infrastructure. So they're feeling that I think Labor doesn't have their back. This was a community that significantly voted no at the last election, and Labor candidate in this campaign's been saying anyone that voted no suffers from white privilege. So I just think there's a lot of mixed messaging going on, despite the former Labor member, Peter Murphy, being incredibly popular on both sides of the aisle.
I think that is not up for debate, absolutely. And you can watch that, of course, tomorrow on Sky News from 6 p.m. We don't have long to wait. I wanted to ask you, Bridget, about this Facebook announcement this afternoon. Essentially, the big social media company does not want to pay for news content, with big ramifications for media companies here in Australia. What's your reaction?
Well, it's, ridiculous. I am shocked but not surprised. This is a company, as you said, that doesn't care about our children, particularly our teenagers' safety, and it does not care about a free and fierce media. You need to have a profitable media environment to actually employ the great journalists and camos and everybody and writers that actually make our free media here in this country tick. And without getting revenue in, and we know that free media is struggling at the moment to actually make the profit it needs to keep everyone employed. And that's going to be harder thanks to this move by Facebook. The government, if it's actually serious about protecting Australians' jobs, then it needs to be serious about protecting Australia's journalists' jobs and standing up to these guys. In more than, you heard in your opening statements from the Communications Minister and Jones, need to get serious, drag them back to the bargaining table and get a big stick. Let's get serious, because if we don't, they will rip off our journalists and our newsmakers, and then we will see less diversity of reporting and less diversity of exploration of our political environment, which is so essential to have a healthy democracy.
Absolutely. You've got a prediction for me, Bridget, before I let you go for tomorrow?
I'll be on my knees tonight praying for Nathan to get across the line. But I think it's always good at these times, Erin, to reflect that we are so lucky that we live in a country where we do have the great privilege to cast a vote for who's going to govern us.
Absolutely, well said. Thank you so much, Bridget McKenzie. Really appreciate it.